The High Road is dedicated to the men and women of the United States Armed Forces, past, present, and future. Meet Keith Warren. As a 30-year veteran of the outdoor industry and devoted conservationist, the original Texas angler and outdoor television icon has hunted across America and around the world, showing you big game, educating outdoorsmen, and uniting all hunters.
How's that?
That's Keith Warren, and this is the High Road.
This corn has been grown by the smartest farmers in the world. Literally the smartest farmers in the world. I am at Elk River, Minnesota at Cargill's Innovation Campus, and this is where research is being done. There's a huge lab behind me. We're going to go inside that lab and you're going to find out how come Record Rack Deer Feeds is the world's best deer feed.
Well, the main reason any deer enthusiast would ever consider Record Rack or should want to try Record Rack more than any other product out there, of course, if you're a deer enthusiast or if you're a hunter or anybody that's purchasing feed, the main thing you want to do is see more deer. And in order to do that, you have to utilize palatable products. And again, with Record Rack feeds, we pride ourselves in having the most palatable attractants, deer feed supplements that are available on the market.
This is a beautiful piece of property. I had no idea it was up here. Tell me why it even exists. What do y'all do with it?
Well, this property it consists of 900 and some acres, of which 450 acres is woods and swamp, which maintains a very large deer herd. And we use the deer herd for research purposes.
Now, how long has this been going on?
We are in our 6th year, our 6th season, and we started back in 2007.
So what kind of research do you do?
Okay, the research is based off taking certain anatomy parts from the deer, some bone samples, some liver samples, and some rumen fluid.
And the purpose of all that is?
The purpose of the research is to support the nutritional aspect of the product Record Rack.
Now, this is a totally open facility. It is not high fenced.
You are correct. We don't have any fences. The deer are free range. They are free range, the fact that they don't stay on the Cargill property. We get them from neighboring properties, and there's absolutely no restrictions on how they can come and go.
So this truly is a free range scenario.
Yes, it is.
So the results of the research that you get from all the data that's collected here helps y'all formulate the deer feed for people all over the country then, right?
That is correct. That is very, very well put, because we don't cater just to Minnesota. We just don't cater to the upper Midwest. This serves a purpose all over.
See, the nutritional need of a deer, whether it's in Texas or Minnesota, doesn't make any difference. I mean, deer need certain nutrition, and what a better way to get it than in a free range scenario. Up here, it's close to the campus. This is actually, I guess, part of the campus. And y'all have more research up here. Y'all have been keeping this a secret, and hopefully we're not going to keep it a secret any longer.
Well, that is fine with us. We'd like to have everybody know what's going on here, particularly when it comes to wildlife.
Well, this is important information. It's important for us to let people know that formulating deer feed isn't just a bunch of stuff just thrown together and say, okay, well, the deer eat it and that's good. I mean, because deer will eat a lot of stuff that isn't good. This is formulated based upon science. All right, here at the research facility, there's a certain part of the business that they have actually asked me to get involved with. Good thing they got some nice gloves. I'm supposed to go after the fecal matter.
The High Road with Keith Warren is brought to you in part by Gammo Precision Air Rifles, the Yukon Cold Lock, by Igloo, oil-filled Camel, supercharged scent killer by Wildlife Research Center, beyond 99%, and Grave Digger Broadheads by No Limit Archery. Watch the High Road in HD at highroadhunting.com.
I'm Gina Thiesing. I'm the Web Communications Specialist for Cargill, and I run the Sportsman's Choice Record Rack Facebook page. Our goal with the hunt here at Elk River is to conduct research on the samples that we collect to help us formulate the best deer feeds possible so that we can help you grow bigger, healthier deer, whether you're farming or enjoying them in your backyard.
My name is Mike Messman. I work for Cargill Animal Nutrition. I'm an animal scientist. I work with the wildlife group. Part of my responsibility is deer nutrition. So we're just outside of Elk River, Minnesota at the Innovation Campus. We have about 400 acres of woods that contain oak, different grasses, a lot of browse, forbs. Behind me you can see acorns, so we have mass too. What we do here is prove out our feeds by feeding the animals, understanding how it makes the animals grow. We even take samples to the lab to understand from a chemical basis how the animals work.
It takes approximately 4 minutes to analyze each sample.
So this is an ICP, an inductively coupled plasma emission spectrophotometer. And with an ICP, what we do is we measure minerals, and we can measure both macro and micro minerals. So right now this machine's running a calibration curve, and then once the calibration curve is ready, the machine will actually start running the samples. Our three main goals here at the laboratory is to analyze feeds for quality, and that quality may be looking at toxins in the different ingredients that we use in our feeds, or the freshness or the quality of those. The second is the macronutrients, so that's the protein, the minerals, fat, fiber, those different types of things, because we understand that from field to field that not all corn is the same and equal, so we need to measure those to understand those differences. And finally, to understand the digestibility of the ingredients that we use as well. So it's not just one thing to understand how much protein's in the ingredients that we use, but also how can the animal utilize that protein for growth and to be successful from a formulation standpoint. So this is a visual representation of dry distillers grains from different suppliers. As you can see, these visually do not look the same, and nutritionally they're not the same either. So if you go and lock in a diet with a set percentage of dry distiller grains, you're actually not locking in the nutritional content. Essentially, you're not locking in the protein content because the protein can vary from supplier to supplier. As you can see, not all dry distiller grains are created equal.
My name is Bobby Deeds. I'm a consultant with Record Rack Deer Feeds. I'm here with you today at our research facility in Elk River, Minnesota, where we conduct all the research that we do on white-tailed deer. Here in front of you, you got a typical setup, what you'll see for a feeding station across the country where feeding white-tailed deer is legal. In the feeder we have 20% protein pellets. This happens to be the Record Rack Professional 20. Behind me we also have a game camera that we use to monitor the deer that are coming into the feed from day to day. My job is I work with deer breeders, professional game managers across the country, mainly in Central and West Texas, where my job is to work with them to improve the nutritional plan that they make available for their white-tailed deer. It's extremely important to supplementally feed white-tailed deer for a multitude of reasons. If you look at just purely the economic value that the white-tailed deer has taken here over the last several years, to not make that investment, once you spend the amount of money that just the property is costing nowadays and with the input costs that we have, supplemental feed should be a necessary portion, I guess, of anybody's management program. Simply the fact that nutrition is one of the easiest variables we have to control. Everybody's heard age, nutrition, genetics pounded and pounded and pounded, but if you consider the nutritional side of it and how easy it is to put one of these feeders out and actually influence the nutritional plan that's available for your white-tailed deer, it's essentially one of the easiest steps that you can do to improve your management program.
The High Road with Keith Warren is brought to you in part by Reconyx Game Cameras, Savage Arms, Keith Warren's Texas Hidden Springs Ranch, the best value in Texas trophy deer hunting, Nature Blinds, and Jarden Consumer Solutions, makers of the Game Saver.
I've been hunting out here for 5 or 6 years now and really enjoy shooting a bow out here. I've taken 5 deer, I believe. One of them was the biggest buck I've ever had walk by me. He scored a net of 126 and 4/8, so squeaked into the record books with that one, which is a real treat for me. As manager of the Record Rack Facebook page, I'd love to invite you to join us there on Facebook. We offer lots of great tips on feeding deer, managing your local herd, and if you have questions on deer nutrition or how to help set up food plots or anything like that, feel free to join us and we'll get one of our experts to help you out.
So I'm Dave Cook. I'm the Global Research and Development Director for Cargill Animal Nutrition. Our goal here is to meet the needs of our customers. If we don't make our customers happy, then we're not going to be successful. And I think with the years of experience that we have, the number of years we've been here, it demonstrates that we made some customers happy over the years.
Too bad he doesn't have any mass, huh?
In the laboratory, there is extensive work being done to evaluate different feed ingredients. So one of the claims to fame that we have in Cargill Animal Nutrition is understanding ingredients very deeply. And we understand at the level of how the animals utilize the ingredients. So regardless of where you are in the world or where you are in the United States, ingredients are different. And we need to understand how the animal is going to utilize those ingredients.
Yeah, this is exactly the deer we were looking for.
One of the most commonly asked questions that I receive as a consultant is how do I get started feeding supplemental feed, or what do I need to be doing to improve the nutritional plane? And you know, there's a lot of different feeders that are available out there on the market. SpinCast, we typically recommend free choice protein feeders if you're going to feed protein. But you don't have to go buy the most expensive 2,000 pound free choice protein feeder on the market. Providing this stuff free choice, ad lib, and it can be in a homemade feeder. I've seen multitudes of different ones that are out there. The main thing is the more you can protect them from the elements, the more usage you're going to get out in the pasture. Now there's a lot of different feeder designs that are out there that can prevent some loss by non-target animals, and a lot of them that are a lot more weatherproof than others. So again, you get really what you put into it. To get started supplemental feeding, you typically need to feed when you're probably not used to. Most people want to go and supplementally feed in September or during deer season, and you're not really going to see the results then. Does have already had their fawns, bucks have already grown their antlers, and they're going to miss all the benefit of having that improved nutritional plane when they actually need it. So the biggest advice or the best advice I could give to anybody wanting to start is start at the right time. And you may not be able to feed 365 days a year, 7 days a week, but the more you can do between January and August, however you're putting that feed out, even if you're dumping it on the ground, just providing something constant for those white-tailed deer to help supplement, not substitute what Mother Nature's providing, is just going to benefit them in the long run. We do have a wide array of products for everybody from the backyard enthusiast to the professional game manager. If you'd like to learn more about Record Rack products, feel free to look us up at recordrack.com, or even better, just hit us up on Facebook. We have an extremely active Facebook page where we can respond to you really quickly and get your questions answered.
The High Road with Keith Warren is brought to you in part by Striker Crossbows, Burt Coyote's Luminoc and Lumen Arrows, Shadow Hunter, your total comfort hunting blind, Elevators, your easy way up, Supercharged scent killer by Wildlife Research Center, beyond 99%. And BSA Optics. Tannerite brand binary exploding rifle targets presents viewer feedback.
Keith, you're an idiot. You and your fellow gang members should be hunted down and shot for what you do to animals. What's worse yet is you train others to do it. What's wrong with you? No, this is from Claire Harrington in Connecticut. So if you know Claire, maybe you can set her straight, because she probably isn't going to watch this. All right, first off, my gang members, these are my brothers in hunting and fishing, and my sisters in hunting and fishing, I guess she's talking about. And what we do for animals, we keep animals alive. We keep their habitat in good shape. We do what is right for animals, and yes, we shoot them, kill them, and eat them, and enjoy them every minute of it. But what's bad is that is people like you, Claire, that sit here and think what we're doing is wrong. What's worse yet is we train others to do it. You dang right we train others to do it. We train others to love and to cherish and take care of the habitat and the animals. We love what we do, and we're really good at it. And we want to encourage others to get good at it too. What's wrong with me? Nothing. The question is, what's wrong with you and your opinion about people like us? Because it's people like you that I just don't think get it. But you know, you're welcome to join us in hunting camp anytime you want.
My name's Billy Reeves. I have a hog hunting ranch outside of Houston, Texas. It's called Hog Wild Adventures. I have a 1,000-acre ranch. Besides hogs, we also run cattle on the ranch. Tonight Keith's going to be hunting around a lot of cattle, and he's really going to have to be, extremely careful, because the hogs are all amongst the cattle. Most guys show up here and they're not really concerned with their scent, but with these hogs you really need to be concerned, because they have a nose, just like a deer. They can smell very good. The trick tonight is going to be getting it on video with the low light conditions that we're going to have.
Well, there's a problem with hogs on this piece of property. They're bothering a bunch of cattle, and they told me I could take a crossbow down and see if I could sneak up on one at night and see if I can take care of it. So I want to make sure this thing is still on. Ooh, baby. Look out, hogs. Got one more thing to do. What we're going to do, we're going to just knock the edge off our scent and see if we can slide in. We're going to be hunting into the wind. Now, we're going to be around a bunch of cattle, and the last thing we want to do is shoot a firearm, but also the last thing I want to do is go in where I'm not ready in case I need to use something. So I got my Glock, I got my crossbow. It's time to get started.
A lot of times you have to track the hog, but tonight wasn't no tracking.
I'm the big bad wolf. Well, here's what it looks like right here. It's not a little boar hog. Actually, it's a pretty good sized boar hog. And I'm going to show you this. Look at the luminoc right there. Turn this one on and show you that thing. Talk about penetration. It went all the way down, and right here on the base, I could feel it when we pulled him out. Just feel the arrow right there, the broadhead. But this right here, I mean, you talk about graveyard dead. Instantly, that's probably, I don't know, about a 60-pound hog. This place is absolutely covered with them. And the hog hunts are unbelievable affordable. I'm talking about when you call him up, you're gonna say, What's the catch? There is no catch. This right here is a lot of fun, and this one is gonna make it all the way home and be pork chops, and it won't be messing with the cows anymore. If you're at home watching this and you got an issue with it, I'd love to hear from you. Get on my Facebook page and let me hear your thoughts. I'm a hunter. I think like a lot of y'all are hunters, and I'll hunt 24/7 until I have to take a nap, but and then I'll hunt some more. But especially if somebody's got a problem like this. I mean, cattle everywhere. I couldn't come out here. I mean, I brought my Glock. Okay, I couldn't come out here, and I didn't want to come out without it, but I sure as heck didn't want to shoot the Glock around here unless I had to protect myself. But the crossbow, perfecto. I think that's what you call a stuck pig.